Hello, hello. Oh, baby, thank you.
And I get to start the podcast by complaining. Fuck McDonald's, yo.
That's what everyone's been saying.
Hit that shit, bitch.
Nah, man. I don't know if it was McDonald's or the delivery guy, but they got my fucking order wrong. Gave me a sausage and egg biscuit with added American cheese, and I ordered sausage and egg McMuffin with an extra sausage, extra American cheese. Completely different fucking order. I was pissed. Who puts a biscuit on a McMuffin? It was McMuffin. McMuffin.
Okay,
Anyway.
so yeah, it was a delivery guy then.
Probably. No, but you know what was more fucked up? The bag he gave me was open. You know how they're supposed to be taped closed?
I don't know about taped. I know Wingstop.
Yeah, they've got this like sealed tape over the bag, like so no one and mine was like one of them was fucking wide open. I was like, what the fuck happened here?
Well, then you have to verify. See, here's the thing.
It's not on him to verify. I mean, he verifies there at the store, I think, what the order was, but if
right,
McDonald's itself, because check it out, because
put his hand in it.
Well, because my son's was correct. Although, so I got my son the pancakes with the sausage, right? And I gave him my hash brown, which is fine. But they didn't even send like fucking syrup and butter and utensils with it. And then they gave me the sausage and egg fucking biscuit rather than my sausage and egg fucking McMuffin with extra sausage and extra cheese. All I wanted. I'd been looking forward to it. It had been good. I had not gotten McDonald's in a while. Dude, I used to never eat McDonald's, and then my son started eating it, and I had no choice.
Yeah. Yeah,
This is why I can't lose weight.
No, I eat McDonald's like once a year, at the most 3 times a year. So
I only eat their breakfast. Oh, that's a lie. My wife will occasionally get me a Big Mac from there, but I need to tell her to stop doing that because I like once or twice a year, not once a month.
Yeah. Yeah, well, no, fucking, when you're penny pinching, it's fucking, like, there's your solution, dollar menu.
Sure, but not when you get it delivered like I do. I'm a spoiled,
but that food is bad for you, so there's that. It's very bad. I don't know.
You're bad.
No, yeah, this guy on the YouTube's talking about, you should eat McDonald's, it's good for you. I'm like, no.
What?
It's like, he's a fucking bodybuilder, too, and I'm like, no.
Oh, well, it's enough carbs for him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, because I used to do that in the military. I stuffed my face with McDonald's and head over to the gym.
Doing what you're doing.
Yeah. So I'm like, no.
And there are people that argue it doesn't matter what you eat as long as you work out enough. So
yeah, that's the problem.
I don't know what's right. It all changes all the goddamn time. I can't fucking decide.
No, it's because it's simple.
Sounds wrong.
Like you only need so many calories to survive, right? So everything else is extra.
How many though?
Well,
it's like it's like a 2,500 calorie diet or something. 2,200.
No, it depends on your height and weight.
22,000. Shit, I don't know.
But yeah, no, it depends on your height and weight. I think it's mostly depending on your weight, but your height also fucking has to do with. You know, like if you're 200 pounds and 5'2", you're fat. But if you're 200 pounds and fucking 6'2", then, you know, you're not fat. You're like there. You know?
According to the fat guy.
Oh, yeah, because in the fucking military, they have, even the fucking VA has that fucking chart, a height and weight chart. And so my doctor pointed at my fucking square and she's like, you're morbidly obese. And I'm like, yes, I know.
You tell her I haven't been able to see half my shaft at full mast in the last few years. I'm aware of my obesity.
Yeah.
How does that feel the first time you look down and you don't see your full willy?
Well,
I haven't gotten there yet.
Like I kind of make it a game. I'm like, I go pee and I'm like sometimes, not all the time. I'm like, where are you? There you are.
You're so stupid. Oh, good God. So what you been up to, man? How's shit been going on?
Okay, so here's the fun thing that not yesterday, the day before. Well, Wow, was it? Yeah, it was. I'm surprised. Okay,
Don't hurt
so
yourself.
so
Don't hurt
yeah,
yourself.
my so 2 days ago, I was on my break. I was looking at the calendar on my phone, trying to figure out, when I can put in my 2 weeks notice so I can walk out with a check in hand
Why?
because it's so fucking stressful. I'm overworked.
It's a fucking job, you pussy.
So, so,
Don't even. I have worked the
so,
shittiest, worst hours in my life. No, you
so,
have no responsibility outside of work. That's where your energy should be going towards. What the fuck
so,
else are you gonna do? Go back to jacking off 72
so,
times a day?
so I got the notification that the
So,
schedule is up, and I'm like,
what's with the
oh, okay,
hold
cool.
on, pause. What's with the fucking hand movement?
Fun.
So, so, so.
Oh, you want me to do this? So,
Yes,
so,
actually, I do. I really do.
so.
That's great. That is fantastic. Yes, do that again.
So anyway, so the schedule comes in and I check it out. I'm like, let me see what days are off. Well, I'm working the whole fucking week, right? I only have one day off,
Are you?
right?
I
But
know.
I
Yeah, that's my
saw,
job. That's my life.
I saw
How many
at
hours?
42 hours, right?
Ooh.
So yeah, but 30-minute breaks every day, like that's
I
still
work
under.
like 50 hours with
No,
a 30-minute break a day.
I'm saying that's still part-time. Like 42 hours is full-time, but I'm getting
Yeah.
30-minute breaks, so I'm not full-time. But well,
Yeah, but that's normal, Frank. That's
hey,
normal.
shut the fuck up and listen. God damn
You're
it.
just being a little bitch.
No,
I'm
you're
mad
already
because you're about to quit the
no,
only job
no,
you've had
no,
in 6 years.
no. You're fucking criticizing me. You're belittling me, and you don't even know where the fuck I'm going. I'm like,
Okay.
shut the fuck up. God
All right.
damn.
Oh, look at you.
Fuck. So, anyways,
You have work today?
yes, I do. So, anyways,
No wonder you're so heated. I liked it better when you had nothing to do during the day.
I
You're
get
much more
fucking
calm.
that's how overworked I am. That I get fucking stressed just fucking reminding myself, oh shit, I gotta go to work. So anyway, fucking napkin.
Okay, so I'll shut up. I'll shut
So
up now and we'll hear
yeah,
what
you
happened.
say that, but you keep fucking
No,
talking.
I will. I will. I promise. You got so upset
You
with me.
promised before and you've
You
kept
scared
talking.
me, Frank. I thought you were gonna appear like Beetlejuice in my room right now, like just pop,
Maybe I am.
all angry.
Shit, that didn't come out how I wanted it. It just came off as a fat guy.
Yeah, that it just sounded kind of sexual.
Yeah, but the face.
Maybe I
But
am.
anyways, so I'm looking
All
at
right,
my
so why are you quitting?
calendar on my phone, you trying to figure out the fucking when to put in my 2 weeks notice so I can walk out with a fucking paycheck, right? And I got the notification that the schedules are up, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And so I'm working the whole fucking week. I only have one day off, right? But I'm not closing till Friday and Sunday. And I'm
Okay.
like, this is fucking great. Like, this is
Right.
what I was gonna ask for. I was gonna ask to fucking, because after we had that conversation of me, asking for a raise because I'm the only cook and everything, um, I clocked into the news that they're hiring or thinking of hiring a new cook, but that he was asking for 1050, and I'm like, fuck, there goes my 1050. So I thought, okay, so I'll just say, hey, if you hire the guy, then give me 3 to 9, I think, yeah, 3 to 9, and that way you can pay the guy what he's asking for. But no, I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna be home, in time to play some fucking Gears of War. And I'm like, great. Like, if this keeps up, I don't have to quit because that's the stress, the overworking is having to do so much in under an hour when it cannot be done in under an hour. So yeah, that's what happened with me this week. I was like, oh, okay. So now I don't have to quit. Now I can keep my job. If this persists, we'll see what the fuck happens later on because I'm thinking I'm like, okay, fucking 6 months, that's the minimum to be counted as experience. So I'll just do the minimum 6 months and then go find a job somewhere else. But then Biden's mandate is like, no, no, no. If they have more than 100 employees, you need to fucking get jabbed or get tested every week. So I don't know. I think I'm stuck with fucking Dairy Queen. Uh, but that is that for now. I know you've been holding in, biting your lip, like I need to say something. So go ahead,
No,
say something now.
no, there's nothing to say that's not just criticizing you. So
Okay. I mean, that's all
I
you
can't
do.
say anything nice, so I'm not going to say anything at all, I guess. That's what you're telling me I'm supposed to do on this podcast now, not respond to you. So
Oh, okay. No, I'm just saying, like, how
I
about
do need to learn how to play the violin though for these
no,
moments.
no. My point these 2 fucking years to you has always been you need to learn how to listen. Because if you speak in the middle of somebody's sentence or when somebody's trying to get through fucking telling you something, you're not listening. You're waiting for your turn to speak. And like the
Uh-huh.
whole idea of having guests is to let them, like, we're giving them a platform.
Okay,
Let them
so now
speak.
now that I've heard everything you had to say about Dairy Queen, if the result is that I'm about to say the exact same thing to you and could have got it all out of the way in the first half of the conversation, I feel like everything you said was pretty redundant. Like I get it, you don't want to work 40 hours or more
No, that's
with
not.
with
No, I'm not
with
saying I
the
don't want to work
with
40 hours or more.
with it with such small amounts of breaks. It like you're overworked. I'm just saying if you're working 40 hours with or without breaks, you're not getting overworked. You're working as much as anybody who a lot of people wish they could get that many hours.
Yes,
I
I
just don't
understand
understand.
that.
I
But
understand that you're strict. Now who's not letting who finish?
no, I'm trying to see where you're going while holding
Uh,
my thought.
okay, hold that. I want to take a screenshot. That's a cute little picture of you. And why do you look so cute today? Look at you. Look at him. Look at him. Why don't focus camera? Focus. I like it. No, you changed your face. Now it's you fucked it
Oh,
up.
because I'm like this fucking guy. Anyways,
No, man. I just think you need to give it more time to get used to the schedule, to get used to the way things go. I think it'll get easier. You've only been there what, a month tops?
I thought it was 3. Turns out it's 2. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, so, I mean, 6 weeks isn't a long time. I mean, you're just getting into the swing of things with the stuff they're expecting you to do, and of course, things are going to continuously shift because you're working in an industry where you're working with children that are in and out. You're not like the people that get hired aren't exactly the most apt people a lot of the times. So the rotation, the you know, if you want to make the job good, you got to work at it, man. You can't just give up after 6 weeks. Like
So yeah,
most places require I mean any decent place, I don't know about fast food places, but any like factory positions, you end up with a 30 to 90 day fucking what's it called, probationary period.
yeah, I
Like
think that's
I
everywhere.
didn't make shit for the first like 2-3 months that I worked at the factory. But then after that, like I proved myself that I was there willing to work and push myself. So after 3 months, I started getting raises. And then I had a raise like every 6 months after that because I just kept busting my ass showing them I was worth investing in. And Dairy Queen's a great spot, man, because you can work within a year. If you really bust your ass, within a year, maybe 2, you can start applying for assistant managers positions and then, work your way up. And then you get to set the schedule. But it's the only people that get those positions are the ones that stick it out through the shitty beginnings of the career opportunity.
Yeah, so my problem is not the 40 hours. Every job I've ever had, I've fucking secretly begged for 40 hours.
No, I understand that.
It's the
It's the
amount of
work.
work
It's
within
the
the
work
40 hours.
that you have to
Yeah.
cram in there. And I get that. I've done that. I've done catering that's insane. Like luckily I wasn't, well, no, and I was limited to fucking hours too. They refused to pay me fucking 40 hours then because then they'd have to consider me full time and blah. Same shit you're in. Um they weren't authorized to hire full-time employees, so they'd work me till like 39 hours and it's a ridiculous amount of work. Now, when I was younger, that's great, but now, I wouldn't want to do that now, but I've got other responsibilities other than work. In your position, like, I just don't see where else are you going to put like, you use it as a challenge, man. Treat it like a video game. Like, the more shit you can get done, the bigger bonus you can get, just,
Well, that's
is
the
there no way to
problem
make
with
it fun? I feel like you're just approaching it with the wrong attitude.
no, it's the problem with me. Like it's my natural conflicting. It's my conflicting nature, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this.
Hey, have
Uh,
you not thought
that
about working like telecommunications?
that as long as I'm getting paid, right, then I'm gonna stick at it because I get paid every 2 weeks. So it's like, okay, I get paid this week, and then the following week is like, I just gotta get through this week, and the week after that, I'm like, I'm getting paid this
Welcome
week.
to the
So
working class.
no, so I'm like,
That's the only reason any of us continue to go to work. I would call in sick or demand a 3-week vacation if I didn't need the money to get through another couple of weeks. Like that's all we're all doing, man. Unless you're, making decent money, that's just the way it is down here at the bottom of the barrel.
yeah. So I'm like, fuck. As long as that's happening, like,
Yeah.
I'm not quitting. I'm just gonna keep telling myself, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna do it, and I'm not
Well,
because
okay. Now, if you are going to quit, it's not that I disagree with you quitting. If you're unhappy with the job, fucking quit. I mean, you don't want to be miserable your whole life trying to climb to a position that you don't want that either. Now, if you want an easier job, something that's more easy to maintain, why don't you go back to my idea before you got hired here? Go apply at some mom and pop restaurants, some Mexican food places, and just be a waiter or kitchen staff there, where it's a solid crew. You'll either be a waiter or cooking staff or dishwasher, but
yeah,
either way, it's going to be more set than Dairy Queen.
yeah. I was thinking about that. I was like, now it's so much easier to apply not just mom and pop places, but everywhere because fucking Facebook does it for you. Like,
Does it?
there's Facebook Job or whatever it's called. This little briefcase icon at the top of the screen.
I
All
need
you
to update
do,
my resume.
yeah. So yeah, the your work history on your profile, that's your resume. So all you do is you click apply, right?
Well, I
Like
have it
apply to
attached
this
to my
job,
LinkedIn, I think. So
and
that
then you
makes it
just
easy.
type your name, and then that's it. You applied.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I got a call from Mr. G's to go sell fireworks, and that's the other thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Since I told him yes, definitely for
Are you allowed to as a convicted criminal?
sure. I mean,
Can you can sell fireworks
I'm
as
pretty
a
sure.
convicted criminal?
I don't see why not.
Because it's explosives.
And I'll be
You can't have
blowing
guns, but
myself
you can
up.
have bombs. Artillery is literally called a cannon with an artillery shell.
Okay.
It just seems like that's a great workaround. Like, I may not have guns, but I have plenty of fireworks to fuck you up if you break into my place.
Okay. So,
I just
anyways,
have this whole like, what do they call the runes Goldberg devices or whatever? Where like it's a complicated machinery to perform a simple task. Where like that opens the door and it like pulls a string and it lights a match and it lights the Roman candles and it's like all attached to like 20 Roman candles and the fucking Home Alone just opens the door and just gets shot at with a ton of Roman candles. It's just hilarious. This is how my brain works.
yeah, I was
This
thinking.
all came from just you getting a call from Mr. G's to.
So, anyways, so I was
Ooh,
thinking last month.
ooh. Hey,
I'm
sorry.
like, oh yeah, I quit Dairy Queen right around this time. I go sell fireworks for Mr. G's. I take fucking February off, so because W-2s and all that shit. And then come March, I can go apply at fucking Pizza Hut or wherever the fuck, just get a different job. Because all I need for the VA loan are two.
Okay, this is something that's pissing me off. Not pissing me off. That's the wrong term because I'm not that invested. But why do you keep going back to Pizza Hut?
No, the thing with Pizza Hut is that, like,
But
yes, it had
you're
its good.
obsessed with working at Pizza Hut.
No, 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 no. The thing is that last year I was, or actually no, the beginning of this year, I was like, fuck it. That's the only experience I have. I'll just go fucking delivering pizza. So I applied at this pizza right here, and they were gonna hire me. It's just that protocol. They had to call the last pizza that I worked at and ask them if I was hireable. And I told them, look, they're gonna tell you that fucking this happened, and I'm telling you that didn't happen. Like, you know, but they're gonna tell you that happened anyways. And they're like, okay, well, if they say you're not hireable, then we have to wait a year, and then like what they say won't matter. Like you can get the job. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So they never called me, and I'm like, okay, so Pizza Hut said fucking I'm not hireable, so I'll just apply again next January. It's all about following the plan. It's not so much that I'm obsessed with fucking working at this one place.
But it still seems like if you've already got a job, why would you quit the one job? I mean, now, so you have experience working at Pizza Hut, right? So is it that you know that the workload is so much less for the same pay?
No, it's I want to say it's about the same, but I'm like, no, it's just the
Then
amount of
what?
dishes. I think it's more dishes at Pizza Hut than it is at Dairy Queen, but I'm pretty sure it's more dishes at Pizza Hut. But the thing is that the job is so much easier than being a cook at Dairy Queen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The ease of the job is not about the workload. If the workload itself is the same, but it's easier tasks, then yes, of course. I mean, obviously, you're going to have 40 hours of work no matter where you work.
Yeah.
Or like you're going to fill your hours with work. I was asking about the quality of the work. That's just a weird way to answer that. Like, well, it's the same work. It's just easier. Like, well, yeah, that was the point of the question.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm so stressed for you, man. I don't like what Dairy Queen has done to you.
Okay, well,
Um,
and then pile on the fact that my fucking assistant cook is a fucking a child, really. Like,
well, now again, so do you think if they just got a better crew around you, like you don't think that there's a possibility that you just came in at a difficult transition period for
no,
them?
I
Like
did
there's a
come in at
reason
a
they were hiring you, you know?
no, yeah, I did come in at a difficult transition period because
There's a reason they would hire you, you know?
no,
Like,
because when I
so I want to
started,
throw some different emphasis on.
when I started, it was the fucking worst Dairy Queen around. So then I don't know if they fired the fucking director or he just left, but he was gone. We got a new one, right? And this chick is all about having everything inspection ready. And that's what stresses me out. I'm like, you want me to have everything inspection ready while taking orders. And then on top of that, I'm the only
Yeah,
fucking cook.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure she's just trying to get you to be a bit more efficient with your, strategizing how you like if you take a basket out, you throw it in the sink and then deliver the order, and then once the order's out, go back and wash the basket. I'm just like, there's an order of operations that only comes to you with experience. And again, I just don't think 6 weeks of you being someplace with no consistency in the amount of help or scheduling to allow for all of it. Like, yeah, I'd say hopefully in a year you haven't thrown away all your experience here at Dairy Queen to go work at Pizza Hut just to start all over again. When if you just stick it out 2 years at Dairy Queen, you can be an assistant manager at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I spoke to the people that have been there longer than me, and they've told me that with the last director, the job was so much easier. But that's why all the fucking cooks have quit because
Right,
it's a
and
lot
that's the
harder
reason
under
why
this
that place
director.
sucked.
Yeah, yeah, because that director half-assed everything apparently. That's why life was so easy at Dairy Queen. But now this one is like, no, you need to do this. Literally everything is done different now. So
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
I
okay.
mean, don't get me wrong. I've gone through I think people have heard in the podcast the transition my factory made, where it was basically run like a mom and pop operation, like where when I started at the factory, I was only doing like 60 to 80 pairs a day. And that was with a 10-hour work shift. Now we're down to an 8-hour work shift and I'm getting out like 120, 160 a day. So, I mean, they expect more of me, but they also are giving us more. We're getting more quarterly bonuses now, which we didn't get back then. So the transition period is a really fucking hard place to be. But you also need to understand that because of the COVID situation, because of this pandemic, and everybody not wanting to work so they can get unemployment, or whatever the fucking factor is that's got these places short-handed, short-staffed, or just short on cash to pay for more employees to come on. Like, this is a transition period for 90% of the fucking workforce right now. The only people that aren't really affected are the people that have held on to their jobs throughout this, like the managers at fucking Dairy Queen, rather than the fucking line chefs or whatever, line cooks. So it's just a matter of sticking through it, because I think right now, if you worked at Pizza Hut, Whataburger, McDonald's, Dairy Queen, Chick-fil-A, wherever you're at, it's going to be the exact same thing. You're going to have the same idiot people that that are just trying to get through this weird fucking situation where you have inspectors coming in more often than not now. You've got new methods of handling food or cleaning things. Like, everything's is elevated to such a degree. Like, even at my factory, I just got hired. I've mentioned it the last episode that they just asked me to be a part of the safety commission. And I just got through like 5 different certifications, and they paid me hourly to go through those certifications, the amount of time it took me to complete them. But they're not offering me a raise for it, because they're like, well, we need to see that this commission is going to be worth a damn before we start investing in the people we've asked to keep us safe. Like, well, hold on now. But it's just the way it goes. It's transition period. So my hopes is that the efforts that we go through in starting the safety commission and building it into something that's feasible and economical to put money in, hopefully at that point, then with, even if it takes a year to build up, well, that a year might make the difference of me making what I make now and an extra 20% raise next year. You know what I mean? As opposed to like an 8% raise that I might get just on my regular work routine. So transition periods are hard, but I think you got this, man. I know it's been tough, but just breathe through it. Try and find some on your downtime. Try and find something fun to do. Go and unwind. Not necessarily go out and get drunk, but go out and get some sun, bro.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I don't have any fucking downtime. Like these last few weeks, the downtime I've had, I've used to sleep. And even at that, like I get home and I don't go straight to shower. Like I get on my phone and I'm on it for like hour. Like I don't go to sleep till like fucking 2. But now that I'm not closing, I'm like, oh, now I can have some fucking downtime. That's why I'm like, oh, I can come home straight to Gears of War. So yeah.
Since when have you been playing Gears of War? I didn't know that you were even doing that. Like that you were even gaming.
Since like 2006.
But I didn't know you were that hard. I've never heard you talk about Gears of War. We've been doing this podcast for 2 years.
We
And
briefly mentioned it. It was one of our subjects like fucking 4 months ago, probably 6.
because you mentioned that they were coming out with a new game, right? But I didn't realize that it was because you were interested in it to that degree. So how often do you play? Are you good?
I'm not horrible. Like this fucking with Gears, what was it? 3, I think.
Not
Like
horrible. I'm just not good.
yeah, like with Gears 3,
Yeah.
like I was pretty good, but then I stopped doing multiplayer for 4 and Judgment, which no one talks about Judgment because fuck that game. And with 5, I was getting like 2 kills per fucking game. And now I'm averaging out about between 12 to 18 fucking kills a game.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
crazy. I see. I could never get a kill in like, what's that, Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I those first person shooters, I just suck. The only one I was ever decent at was TF2, Team Fortress 2. But that was just because I played medic or like some sort of support character, engineer. So I just set up my machine and let it kill people. And you have to be strategic. I mean, I was pretty good at being strategic like that, but I'm just not a combat person. I get too erratic, and I feel like my eyes can't keep up with all the movements on the screen. Like
Yeah,
my
well, they're doing that with Gears now, where you play Horde mode and you're some kind of specialist, right? You're either a medic, an engineer, a tank,
oh,
fucking
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the TF2 rules. Yeah, I guess most of those team versus team games
Well,
have
yeah,
the
because
same kind of.
shooter games compete with each other. You know.
Yeah, so they all have the same kind of template as far as the characters they choose. You got your heavy, you got your scout, you have your medic, your tech. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. But
Yeah.
so,
So
what do you play usually? What character do you go with?
I I always use
Why? I don't know why you laugh like that before you even answer. It's like you giggle at yourself before you even give it anyway. Just so you know, this is gonna be funny. So get ready to laugh.
no, I play as Damon Baird, who's the engineer in the fucking story
I knew
of the
you'd be
whole
the
thing.
engineer.
But like, it's funny
You're
because
shit like I am. I knew it.
no, because that guy is the fucking sarcastic asshole of the team, and I fucking relate with that guy.
Oh,
And
just because of the
yeah,
character's
so I
personality.
always use him, but then on Reddit they're talking about how all the tryhards always use Baird, and I'm like, wait a minute, like I'm not that good. Do I try
I'm also
hard?
not trying very hard.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, what? So yeah, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, who cares what fucking nerds on the
And
internet
this
think?
is Xbox, right?
Yeah,
So which
yeah.
Xbox do you play on?
Xbox One. I'm not. I don't make enough for the Xbox. What is it? One X. I don't know the new one. So
I
I'm
don't
still
know. What? Wait, isn't how old is that one? I feel
like
like the
about a
Xbox
year.
One is like real old.
The Xbox One, I think, has been out for 6 years, maybe eight.
And they've only come out with one new one since then. What happened to that? You remember they were coming out with new ones of those every fucking 8 to 9 months or something, and now we're not seeing anything new come out after the PS5, right?
Well, apparently, because of the pandemic, there's a microchip shortage, which is why cars are more expensive now. Not microchip, but the fucking chip that looks like a fucking chicken spine. I don't know. But the chip that
Like a what did you just say?
chicken spine.
Okay, all right, moving on. I don't want to get bogged down into that bullshit.
So,
Chip that looks like a chicken spine.
yeah, so because everyone was under quarantine, everyone started buying fucking consoles, and that used
Sure.
up
Well, a
chips.
lot more people were data mining and all that shit.
Yeah, so that sold a lot of chips, and then now that everyone has fucking more money than they know what to do with, or that they're used to having, now everyone's buying cars, and so
I might
then
trade in my car.
yeah, the cars have the same chip apparently, so there's a chip shortage, and yeah, so I don't know. I'm not buying a car
Huh?
anytime soon, so I don't care.
Yeah, no shit. You can take over payments on mine.
No, thank you. I'm happy with my fucking $400 or $500 in bills. So, yeah.
God, I hate you. Well, shit, man. That's all. I don't know what else to talk about.
Oh, well, how was your day? How's your work? Because we always talk about my job and how I'm gonna quit this time.
I
I'm
know
gonna
lately
quit.
it's been all about your work.
Yeah.
I don't know. My job. Well, no, I've been talking about the safety commission and shit. Really, not much else going on. Not with that work, anyway. Yoga, I've put that off this month because I was fucking just feeling burnt out, man. And I relapsed. I fucking ended up doing some fucking cocaine and really fucking just felt down for a few days. And I haven't fucking run in a week. I abandoned the 33 3 mile challenge. I haven't fixed my bicycle. I finally went and bought a new cable yesterday for my derailleur, but the trigger for my shifter, my trigger shifter, just fucked up on me. So I might have to replace that now. So that's it. Nothing else going on. I'm having a baby. We're in the second trimester. Trimester, and my
Trimester, maybe? I don't know.
trimester.
Yeah.
My son's in the other room enjoying his correct fucking order from McDonald's. Thanks for that, McDonald's. Not a sponsor, obviously. They suck. Fuck
But
you,
what
McDonald's.
is a sponsor? Well, at least for me.
It's not a fucking sponsor, and it didn't even work. Let's see your tattoo. How's it look?
I haven't been using it.
Then what's the
I've-
fucking point?
No, I haven't been using it because I'm like, I'm
Then
not gonna
what's
wear
the-
it for fucking work because then I sweat and then all that nasty shit. So I'm like, oh, so I think I've been putting it off. That's it.
Why don't you
But-
buy some sleeves? Protect you from burns too.
That again. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but I'm like,
Yeah, those athletic sleeves.
yeah, but I'm like, it's hot in the kitchen, right? Apparently,
Right,
know,
but those aren't they
they keep you
they-
cool.
they keep you cool, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, and I'm like, why am I gonna invest more into this job if I'm gonna leave it soon? Like,
Well, no, those are generally just good to have, though. Like if you're ever doing yard work and shit and don't want to throw on a long sleeve shirt, just throw those on to protect from the sun and keep you cool a little longer.
yeah,
They're a good
Yeah.
investment just in general. I might grab some too for my fucking cycling.
yeah. Plus, with the whole Under Armour thing, I don't know if it's the fabric or the brand. I think it's the fabric that after a while they outlawed. They forbade us from using those kind of shirts under our camis because apparently when you get hit by the bullet, the fabric melts into the wound.
Oh, because it's
So,
like polyester, right? It's
Yeah.
a plastic.
it's polyester with something
Well,
else.
sure, but you're not gonna get shot fucking out Dairy Queen
No, but
unless Frank comes in
yeah,
and
no,
his
but-
girlfriend.
but no, like the heat, it's the same heat. If it happens to get to the same fucking heat, then maybe it'll melt into my skin. I don't know. I doubt
don't-
the oil gets.
I don't
that
think so,
fucking
sweetie. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
hot.
I think you'll be fine.
I
But
don't
you
know.
could check. But I'm sure they have like here. Let's look it up.
Okay. let's
Cooking
go online shopping.
sleeves. Yeah, last thing we do here. Yeah, cut heat resistant arm protectors, anti abrasion safety. $12.99 on Amazon. Ta-da!
Okay, cool.
Wow, some of these are cool. Kevlar knit A3 cut resistant sleeves with thumb slot, $17.41 at Welding Outfitter.
Oh
Not a
shit, I should
sponsor.
get that one.
Yeah, it's got the emo thumb hole, so you can wear the glove all the way up to your knuckles.
Oh, that's right. I gotta wear gloves. Never mind then.
Oh, you put the glove over it, you dumb fuck. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. All right, I'm done with you. You just fucking complain about everything anybody tells you to do. Like, if it's not your idea, you're like, no, it's fucking stupid.
Mhm. Okay.
Disagree? You disagree?
Well, no, it's because wow, that's funny because that's exactly what I think of you. So
I take everyone's advice. What advice have you given me that I haven't taken? Nothing, because you haven't given any advice.
no, yes, I suggested it wasn't advice, but I suggested you be cautious with your fucking schedule because you be cautious about wearing yourself thin, and
I
then
am. That's why I
And
take
the-
days off.
and then a few months later you're like, fuck, I think I spread myself too thin. And I'm like, see, I fucking warned you about it. But
Yeah, but it wasn't with the stuff that we were talking about at the time. It was with different shit.
yeah, it was with the yoga and the, I don't know what the fuck else. And
It was
then-
that the fucking when I started trying to do the Yoga Addicts Anonymous or whatever, I was trying to fucking pull off. That's around the time when I was starting to try and do too much, because then I was trying to work with the Herbalife people too, to work in conjunction with the yoga. Like I was just trying to do too much. Then now it's just my family fucking drama, man. I'm so uncomfortable around my family, dude. I almost had a fucking panic attack at my niece's birthday yesterday.
what?
Yeah, we were just there. Everybody was hanging out. I jumped in the pool for a little bit with my son, but then we got out, and I don't know. Even before, like the whole time, I felt like I was like on the verge of hyperventilating. I was trying so hard not to drink. I had like a shot when I got there. I took one mixed drink Oh, Jack, but not Jack and Coke. Some like cheap version of Jack and Coke. And we were there for like 3.5 hours, dude. 4 hours. I was like losing my goddamn mind by the end of it. Because I love the kids, but just I always feel so fucking ignored, dude, by everybody. And then when people are talking to me, it's like just like kind of bullshit conversation. Like they're either judging me, like how I dress, or I don't know. It's just everybody's always got a comment. Like what somebody said, like oh yeah, well, you're not gonna have any money to spend on yourself because you're about to have another kid. I was like, yeah, I know, but I have a kid already. Like I'm aware of how. Yeah, but now you're gonna have another one. I'm like, oh yeah, oh am I? Oh no shit. Oh, I haven't thought about how financially declined it's gonna make me. Like, yeah, I'm aware of my fucking situation. I don't need negative. Like, it's just always so fucking negative, dude. Like always. And they don't see it. Like they're like, oh my God, you're so sensitive. It's like, well, when the only thing that anybody talks to me about is either how like something bad, something I'm doing wrong, or something that's gonna be shit in my future. It's like I just have nothing but anxiety there. Because either I'm fighting with somebody, somebody's telling me what I'm doing wrong, or telling me what I'm gonna end up having to face that's negative. Like, do y'all ever worry about yourselves? Like, do you want to hear all the things that I could tell you that, hey, maybe you should stop being a cunt about this or being a bitch about that, or maybe start thinking about your kid in this manner? Or like everybody is so quick to give advice. But if I were to try and open my mouth and give my 2 cents on anything, I'm immediately told to shut the fuck up or I'm being rude or anything like that. So
Maybe it's because what you're saying is the truth.
rude?
No,
Because I'm
no,
rude.
no. Because usually when people react that way, it's because you're saying something they don't want to hear. You know? So
Yeah.
that could be it. Like it was the same with me for a while, but then
I'm just tired of going to going to people that are supposed to be there for me just to be told to shut up and listen,
right. Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Like you said at the beginning of this podcast, but maybe that's the problem. Maybe because I never shut the fuck up. So
Well, that's in regards to this podcast because we're supposed to be listening to our guests. But in real life,
you're not my guest.
like if we have something to
You're not even
say,
welcome.
no, like out there in life, like if you have something to say, fucking say it, But
Sure.
yeah, so that's probably it because you're saying like what I was gonna tell you is that there's this quote circulating online recently. I think Denzel said it. Somebody said it. Uh, that you will never be criticized by someone doing less than you. Like the ones above you will never the ones doing better than you will never criticize you. But I was thinking,
Bullshit.
yeah, no, but I was thinking, I'm like,
Well, the thing is, oftentimes when somebody is better than you in one facet, you're better than them in another facet.
right. And then I was thinking, I'm like, well, your boy Rafiki Harambe will probably take that to heart because everyone's fucking not criticizing him, but telling him that he's a fucking loser because he's married to a woman he doesn't like who has kids with somebody else.
He's an adulterer.
40 years old, fucking still going downtown, talking about how he's still in his fucking prime, and he's cheating on his wife.
40s is arguably your prime though.
Well, he's how old am I?
It could be your peak like confidence. Like often I feel like people in their late 30s, 40s start to finally stop giving a fuck. You know what I mean? Like more so than in their 30s anyway or 20s.
Well, the thing is,
20s and early 30s, you're still fucking so stressed about being right or helpful.
see,
I
I
don't
want
know.
to say this guy goes downtown, right, as escapism, but I'm like, well, he's been snorting coke and drinking himself retarded for as long as I've known him, so I don't
That's
think
most
it's
people in the
escapism.
valley, man.
No, yeah, but like you see what I'm saying though. He's not in a very good place, and everyone's telling him like, hey, like if you don't love this woman, like get the fuck out, like leave her,
Oh yeah, for
divorce her,
sure, for
right?
sure, for sure.
But he's like, no, he'd rather cheat on her.
He'd rather
Right.
misery. He'd rather have company in his misery.
Well, the thing is that the only reason why he got married was so he can move out of his sister's house, right?
What a low bar.
Yeah. So
You're
then,
not aware you could do that without getting married?
yeah. So then now that he's at 100% and he's making, I think I want to say $2,000. So now he's making like $5,000 a month. Like he doesn't need that wife who used up his fucking GI Bill, and he's not gonna be able to pass it to his biological kids. Um, yeah, he can fucking. I've the last time I saw him, I told him, I'm like, you're in a position, right, where like you can have any fucking girl you want, like just fucking pick them out of the VIP tables downtown, right? And they'll be all over your fucking dick because you're old, experienced, you have money, right? And
He has money.
well, yeah, I mean, $5,000 when it takes you at least down here like $2,000 to live comfortably. But with
That's
inflation,
fair. Yeah.
I don't think that number's correct currently. So
No, sounds about right.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that sounds about right. Honestly,
yeah,
that sounds almost right on. Yeah. Yeah, $5,000 a month is nothing to sneeze at.
yeah, and he's
I
not
didn't
making
realize
enough.
it was that much of a chunk that y'all get,
No. He gets his
or he
100%, which
gets.
is $3,000, and then I want to say it's $2,000 because he has a career, not a job, a month, right? So like, and then with all that, he
Well,
said
whatever, man. You're throwing an awful lot of tea out. You're
he said
spilling an awful lot of tea here.
no, because I was thinking, I'm like, maybe we should have him on
Oh, we
finally.
definitely should. Yeah, have him drop in. Tell him he doesn't need a video if he wants to just do the audio only for him. If he wants to stay anonymous in the face, and shit, I could even change his voice if he wants me to. We'll change his pitch to sound more like a gorilla, and we'll just put a gorilla's face for his avatar. It'll be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing is like, do I really want to open that kind of worms? Because like,
Why not?
no, because like I'm at peace without him having to fucking call me every fucking hour.
Why would he call you?
Bro,
Tell him he gets one episode. That's it.
no, like no, because then he's gonna think himself the bigger man by saying no, it's okay, I don't have time, whatever. By like rejecting me, he's gonna be like, I'm the bigger man because whatever.
Well,
But
just
I'm
tell
like,
him that I have talked so much shit about him that you want to give him an opportunity to go after me.
maybe you should hit him up. Find him on the Facebooks and be like, hey man.
Fuck no. Then I gotta fucking deal with him too. These aren't my people. I'm a hermit, man. This is the most interaction I have with human beings outside of work.
Right. So you see my point though. Like, why the fuck would I want to do that?
Because
Like,
he's your friend.
Robbie fucking stop
Oh,
talking.
whatever happened to Rob?
He's doing better now.
He's
right?
got a post office job, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand how you can have a post office job when you can't be have a federal you can't, if you have federal charges, you can't work at the post office, but if you've been in and out of rehab a dozen times in the last fucking 12 months, you can still work there. Like it seems like that would be more problematic than having a felony.
Maybe I don't know. Because you're not paying him half the time because he's not working. So whatever.
I don't know. I mean, good for him. I'm happy he's got something to do and got a little more direction right now. He's a worrisome cat too. Not the only one I know though. But anyway, man, well, we've spilled a lot of fucking tea on ourselves, on our friends, and our family. This is quite a British episode with all the tea we've had.
Yeah.
Or Boston. This was a Boston episode.
This was a tea party. We should probably fucking name it that.
Call it the tea party. The Boston Tea Party. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it right now. I don't know why I had to get allowed to do it. It's Boston. Boston Tea Party. I gotta go potty. It's time to end this. All right, guys, this has been another episode of the Completely Inappropriate Podcast. I've been Anthony, along with Mr.
Right.
Remember, you can find us at completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com with any comments, questions, concerns, or recommendations for guests, or if you want to come on yourself or just want to say hi, drop us a line. Remember, you can find us at CI Podcast on Instagram, Completely Inap with 1P on Twitter, and wherever you find us, you found us on BitChute, YouTube. Give us likes, subscribe, comment, and send Frank a pic of your dick. He loves it. He comes from his mama. He likes pie. Frank, what do we tell the lovely listeners?
Be excellent to each other.
Find you motherfucking happy. Try to be better today than you were yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. Sayonara and goodbye. Say bye-bye. I'm gonna stall Frank here, Frank.
Whatever you said.
Bye-bye, Mr. Frankie.
Okay. Yeah, cool.
All right, bye.